Killer Malinois fight. What are we doing? Come on, show us the thing again, Thea. What are we doing? Ooh, they were getting real spicy here just a minute ago. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Show us that smile. Show us that big snarl of yours. Belgian Malinois. K9 unit, baby. Come on. Yeah, you guys tired? But now you guys are all gassed out. Oh, I was going to show the people. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Get him, Thea. Get him, Thea. Get him, Thea. Oh, he's the one who wants to play. The young buck wants to keep Mama going now, huh? Get him, Mama. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wee, watch out. Ooh, that's Thea's son, Thor. Ooh, he's howling. They're happy that Thor's on the bed, and they get to do a lot of dog stuff. Oh, careful now. Killer dog fight. They were just doing something way cool. They were getting really fired up. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Ay, 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 ay. Careful. There's Blossom, but she's sleeping through all this. Can you believe that? Ah, oh, he threw her off. Shit. Oh, Thor's getting strong. I guess she sure misses it. She plays a lot when he's here. I'll tell ya. Whoa. That's up and close. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Dog mania. Ooh. Careful. Get your butt out of here. Ooh, snip, snip. No, this wasn't even what they were doing. They were really doing something looked like wolves. That's why I pulled out the camera. Now they won't do it. That's funny. That's interesting. They know the camera's on, so they won't do it. They're acting like super wolves. Whoa. Jeez, you really wear each other out, I'll tell you. Oh, I got you on camera on that one. Ooh, touche. She likes to dominate him. Oh, wait. Oops. That's a good one. What do you say, my dears? What are you guys doing? Shoot, that's my firstborn, man. I hand birthed him, Thor. And boy, Mama, he was crowning and so big in her first litter that she was scared as could be, and she was having a hard time. And I'm sure she was thinking, oh shit, this could hurt, because he was big, right? And she was little. And I did this one method that I just had read right before this all happened, and I was like, "Oh my God, thank God, everything kind of happened for a reason and lined right up." But um, somebody said put a towel up against the crown and baby if they're having trouble get it out, and that'll give the mother a chance to re-grip and give her something to push against, like you holding against the baby crown, you know. And sure enough, that's what happened. And as soon as she knew I did that and pushed against it with a kind of a wet little towel, she could feel the extra push she needed, and boy, her legs buckled, and she went, "Roar!" And boy, and then boom, here comes little dude in a little sack, and boy, we gave her all the good food and everything, and her embryos were literally so hard to open up because she was so prepared. It was like, oh my God, she had trouble opening them because they were so thick. She was healthy, I tell you. Anyway, is she happy with the boy here, isn't she? She happy or what? And then that's the story. He's my firstborn, and yeah, he is really amazingly smart. He's better trained and everything than her. He's about a year old coming up, June 22nd, this next month. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Story time. I was going to tell a story. I'll start telling. This will be a story time. Anyways, yeah, I do have a lot of great stories in my life. Which one should I say now? Well, one that comes to mind. Oh, well, gosh, that's one too. Call kind out in Brennan and Quilcene. There's something trippy out there, isn't there? I always felt it too. Well, one time I was at the, this is when I was pretty young. I was like 19. Or maybe I was 21. Because I was in the bar. Anyways, I was in the old Gooey Duck bar in Brennan. And I had a couple chicks with me, and I had this other guy with me, and we were cruising around. And it was weird because there was no weed in town, nowhere. I mean, we could not find weed anywhere. And usually Port Townsend is full of weed always. And usually, I mean, you can find something, man. And anyways, there just wasn't. And we've been searching high and low. And so we're partying, and we make our way out to the Brennan Gooey Duck. We were going to go to Forks and whatnot. We turned around. And we're like, no, we'll just go to Brennan. And as we're there out in the middle of nowhere, I saw this guy that I had roommated at this like halfway house one time way back. And I was like, oh my God, dude. What's up? Out of the blue, I go, oh my God, dude, hey. He's like, what's up, dude? And I go, you got any weed? And he goes, yeah. He goes, yes. And he goes, oh my God. And this is, I think this is like, it is, I know it's way late because this is why I remember. I think the bar closed down and it was overtime. And we had met some other cool people we were playing pool with, so we had all these people kind of, and everybody was wanting to go smoke weed, and we found this dude that had the weed, so we're like, let's go get a camp spot over at, there's this campground in Brennan that you can go overnight. I don't know, somebody was paying for it, or somehow we were going there. And so it was overflowing, filled. And as we went through, the park ranger's like, well, you can go over here to this other spot. And we're like, okay. And it's like 3 in the morning, 2:30, right? And we get into the place. And we all are like, yeah, this is awesome. And we all start partying down and doing this fire, which was really fucked up if you think about it, now that I'm thinking about it. As we're sitting there smoking out and smoking weed and drinking and all this and really puffing the weed out. Everybody's just hitting the weed. All of a sudden, like 3 lights, flashlights all surrounding us turn on. Like one there, all array around us. And there's like 5 fucking, I guess they're forest ranger guys. And they're like, good evening. Yeah, well, we hear you have some really good marijuana and blah, blah. And you got a really nice glass pipe. We've been sitting here listening to you for the last 10, 15 minutes. We're like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there going, oh. And we're all like, holy shit. And party's over, right? And the guy's like, well, we'll be chill with you. You won't have to call the sheriff or anything if you just give us the weed and give us the pipe, and we'll just call it good. And we'll run your names, and if you're all clear and current, we'll just call you good. I'm like, shit, okay. Because I was good to go, and I thought everybody else was too. And and I remember this too. As soon as the lights went on, the guy with the weed chucked the weed. And then I come to find out later on he's a felon and he was on probation and all this shit. I was like, oh my God, dude. And so a bunch of weird shit happened all at once. I saw him, it was like a half ounce of weed. He just went, he tossed it. And I was like, whoa, dude. And I don't think they caught it with the flashlights yet. So anyways, I saw it. And I think I'm the one who said, it's over there, dude. Because the cops were like, and then this guy that had the pipe, it was actually my pipe, but he had the pipe at the time. And I had just got it off him. And he's like, he wasn't giving up the pipe. And I go, dude, that's my pipe. Give him the fleckin' pipe, man. And anyways, he finally gave it up because I was like honing it on him. And I showed him where the weed was because, like, dude, they're going to get us all anyway. You know what I mean? If I'm correct, I think I showed him where the weed was anyway. We got out of it and nothing happened. And it was just a really weird story because, like, it was just weird. And it happened really weird. And come to find out later on, the guy that was with us from the bar goes, oh, shit, after everything cooled down, he goes, and we all just went to bed after that because we were kind of shell-shocked. We just went boop, to bed. And actually, again, I'm so observant. I saw the guy in the dark threw the weed in the ground and scrubbed it out in the ground with his foot. So I thought, first thing I thought in the morning after I woke up, I said, shit, we went looked and I scrounged out like an eighth and we all rolled up a couple joints and we all got baked. But anyways, the guy that was with us from the bar told us that he had like an outstanding felony warrant and he gave him a false name and he got through it. And we were like, shit. And I did see him like sketching what he was doing. I was like, oh my God, man. Anyways, we were all chill and wow. And there's another story about Brennan real quick. I was fishing down at the, Penny Creek, right down there, kind of by the Big Quill. If you're familiar with the place, you totally know where it's at, the Penny Creek. We're down there fishing real quick at the back. It's at the lower ramp, the very first lower ramp you go down, and then you go all the way to the end where you can't go anymore, and there's a fenced off thing, and there's an awesome flicking fishing hole there. It's just amazing. And there's like a 450-year-old flicking Douglas fir tree there. It's just off the hook. But we were fishing, and we were switching back and forth in the poles, and she had this dog, which is the mother of my dog, Athena. Real aggressive, tough, Malinois, fearless, and kind of tough as shit, really. We're there fishing, and I was fishing at the time with my back turned and looking at her, I guess. And she goes, her eyes got big as saucers. She goes, look. I turn to my back, and there's like a black panther or a black cougar, about 40 or 50 pounds, with a super long tail, and something I had never seen before. And was weird, too, because the energy shift happened when he got there, like super powerful. And we all were in a trance. And the whole time this thing was there, I was staring right at his eyes, and everything was just like slow motion. And this thing just come out of nowhere, really, and walked right up to the creek, and was gonna chill out And then till the dog kind of made a movement finally, but the dog for like 10 to 15 seconds too, we were all in a trance, just like looking at this thing going, what? And finally he skipped across the creek up against, there was a sheer face rock there, about 25 feet or 20 feet. He just blinged right up that, and he got to the top of that, and he looked, and he turned around and looked at me right in my eyes. And as soon as the dog made another movement, he spun as fast as he could, and you could see in this whole motion his tail went, and you could see his tail was like a cougar. I mean, he looked like a cougar. And he was on this like 100-foot snare tree that had fell upwards up the mountain, the snare laying like this. And he was at the base down here on a rock, and we were looking at him, and I was like, whoa, dude. And his eyes were so brilliant, yellow gold, like, whoa. And he turned around and he just went so fast up that thing. It was like, wow, like an X-Man, dude, for real. It was pretty amazing. And like, that was weird, man, because the dog too didn't do anything for the first 15 seconds. We were all in a trance. And cats are predators. They don't just come out of the blue, especially if you have a dog. It was really weird. And there's something up with the national parks and shit. And after this, watch 411 and watch howtohunt.com on YouTube. Missing 411, Dave Politis. They're onto it. These national parks, all these missing people are going. They don't tell you about it, for one, and they never recover these bodies, and it's like really weird. No, it's not just really weird. It's like beyond really. It's something going on now, and that's when I keep hearing these things. I go, yeah, that is. It's the biggest thing is they never find the bodies, man. With all these other people going on in there. And I've heard a lot of theories about the national parks. It's like there's something about them that, yeah, you gotta watch what you say, but something going on, man. Anyway, story time. The dogs were pooped after that. Okay, good night.